You don't fade at mile 10 of a half marathon because you lack speed. You fade because your lactate clearance couldn't keep up with your ego. If you have ever completely blown up in the last 3 miles of a half marathon, you've met your threshold. Let's look at what is actually happening under the hood. For a 5K, a massive VO2 max, your absolute aerobic ceiling, is a huge weapon. But as we extend the distance, your maximum speed matters far less than the percentage of that speed you can hold without drowning in fatigue. First, we need to kill a myth. Lactate isn't a toxic waste product that makes your legs burn. It is a premium, fast-burning fuel. The burn comes from hydrogen ions that accumulate at the exact same time. The problem isn't making lactate. It's making it faster than your body can clear it. Half marathon pace sits right on this dangerous boundary, where production threatens to outpace clearance. We call this balance point the lactate threshold. Run just under it, and you can theoretically hold the pace for over an hour. Cross the line by even 10 seconds a mile, and the clock starts ticking on your demise. How do we push that threshold higher? This is where runners make a classic mistake. They assume every hard workout needs to leave them completely gasping on the pavement. To raise your threshold, you train just below or right at it. We typically do this with continuous tempo runs or cruise intervals, broken up chunks of threshold effort with very short recoveries. Here is the catch. Threshold work is heavily taxing. If you're stressed from work and crushing threshold intervals twice a week, you're writing checks your recovery cannot cash. For most of us, balancing jobs and families, doing more than one dedicated threshold session a week usually leads to burnout or injury. It's simply too costly to your central nervous system. Fortunately, intense intervals aren't the only way to build this engine. You also push your threshold up from the bottom by executing steady, consistent long runs in your moderate aerobic zone. When you combine one threshold focus day with one steady endurance day, you create massive physiological adaptation without destroying your life outside of running. The rest of your week should be genuinely easy. To stop fading late in races, stop training like a 5K runner. Your specific assignment this week, schedule exactly one threshold workout, cap the effort at comfortably hard, and build that engine. Respect the threshold, and I'll see you out there.